My beloved, my child whom heaven watches day and night, come closer. Archangel Michael has been standing near you for hours now, waiting for just 2 minutes of your time. You've been seeing signs. You've been feeling the tension. That whisper in your heart, it wasn't your imagination, it was heaven knocking. Please don't let this be another message you ignore and scroll past, because I swear to you on the gates of heaven, your pending miracle has been approved. And if you just open this message before tonight, you will receive great news that will make you weep with joy. Yes, it's real, and no, this is not a coincidence. God has waited for this moment. Archangel Michael has battled in spirit for this. They chose this very second right now because the window is open, but only briefly. You know the feeling when the wind suddenly goes quiet before something shifts? That's where you are right now. The shift is happening. Don't you feel it? You're being asked lovingly, urgently to take just 2 minutes and listen to this message all the way through. My child, what is about to happen in your life is not a small event. It is what heaven calls a divine unlocking, and it starts the moment you say yes with your heart. There are messages flying around this earth daily, but this one was written only for you. Others were not supposed to see it. You weren't even supposed to scroll to this today, but heaven made it happen because there is something God doesn't want you to miss. Let me ask you this, what if this was the one message that changed everything? What if your breakthrough was delayed, not because you weren't praying hard enough, but because this one moment, this very second was the missing key? Please don't skip. Archangel Michael isn't here to waste time. He is the warrior of light, and tonight he is your messenger. He's standing behind you now, whispering in your soul, beloved, your miracle is not denied, it was simply delayed, until now. Now listen to this, there are only a few moments left before this gateway in the spirit closes, and once it does, this opportunity won't come back the same way. It might be months, years, or never again. That's how rare divine timing is. God doesn't shout when He speaks, He whispers because He wants only the ones who truly listen to hear Him. And today He has whispered your name more than once because this is the hour, this is the second, this is the final alert from heaven before a major breakthrough. But you must choose to stay with this message. Don't click away. Don't dismiss it. You're not being asked for money, you're being asked for faith, for stillness, just for these next moments that could change everything. And here's the truth Archangel Michael is carrying in his hands, something has been unblocked. That job, that relationship, that healing, that justice you cried for, it's been approved in heaven's court. But it still needs your final agreement, and the way you agree is by listening with your spirit. Before I go deeper, let me ask you something, beloved. Have you been seeing repeating numbers lately? Have you been waking up at strange hours, feeling like something or someone is trying to reach you? Has your energy been off, your dreams intense? That's not chaos, that's not stress, that's the spirit world aligning to speak to you. You were called here, and God is about to deliver something no one saw coming, but I need you to hear this with your spiritual ears. There's someone speaking your name in the spirit realm right now, and they are pushing every force forward to make sure your eyes land on this message, not tomorrow, not later, now. Because this message is not public, it's private for you, tailored by God, carried by Michael. And you're still on time, but only just barely. Love letter. Wait, before I go on, if your spirit is resonating with this and you feel this was sent directly to you by heaven, then make sure you subscribe or follow now, because what's coming next is even deeper. Heaven won't stop trying to reach you, but every time you miss a message like this, you delay your miracle. So, click the bell, hit follow or subscribe now. Let's make sure you never miss another divine message again. And trust me, this channel is not ordinary, it's prophetic. Now, let's talk about what Archangel Michael just saw in the records of heaven. There's been an intense battle over your name for months, maybe even years. While you were doubting yourself, while you were feeling unseen, there were demonic forces trying to block what was meant for you. But heaven said, no more. And Michael drew his sword. He cleared a path in the spirit. He defeated what tried to silence your blessing, and now your name has been rewritten into a new chapter. Yes, this is real. No, it's not fantasy. And yes, if you stay with this message, you will begin to feel the shift even before you finish reading it. Let me prove it to you. Think back to last week. What almost happened? What was delayed? What didn't make sense? That wasn't failure, it was redirection. And now heaven is revealing the why. Someone in your lineage prayed for this moment. Your ancestors cried out for this opening, and now it has come through you. But you must choose not to doubt again. You've suffered. You've waited. You've been betrayed. You've cried in silence, and heaven collected every tear, because every tear has become a seed, and now the harvest is here. Yes, beloved, let's continue with the message God and Archangel Michael have been begging you to receive. You didn't lose time. You didn't fall behind. Everything that seemed delayed was secretly preparing you. There was a silent alignment unfolding behind the curtain. God had to remove certain people. He had to hold back certain opportunities, not because you were unworthy, but because He couldn't allow you to walk into your miracle with the wrong crowd standing next to you. This delay was not punishment, it was protection. And now the gates are open. The divine courtroom has ruled in your favor. Archangel Michael was present as heaven declared, "Release it to them now." My child, the breakthrough is real, and this time, no devil in hell can block what's coming to you. But this is where it gets even deeper. There's a prophecy connected to your name. Long ago, before you were even born, someone in your family line asked heaven for a chain-breaking miracle. They didn't live to see it, but it was promised that a chosen one in their bloodline would carry the key. And guess what? That chosen one is you. The reason life has felt so heavy is because you carry the weight of legacy. The reason you felt misunderstood is because your spirit is not common. The reason you're constantly pulled between breakdowns and breakthroughs is because you've been walking with the mantle of an unfulfilled prophecy. And now finally, it's about to be fulfilled through you. Archangel Michael is showing me scrolls, your name is glowing on them. This isn't symbolic, this is literal. In the spirit realm, there are scrolls of destiny that hold your name and your assignments. For years, they were locked away, not because heaven forgot, but because it was waiting for your moment of awakening. Now that you're listening, now that you're hearing this word, heaven has activated your scroll. A whole new journey is being written, not a repeat of the old pain, not recycled trauma, not another season of waiting. No, this one is different, this one is breakthrough. But child, I must speak this clearly, you cannot bring old doubt into this new season. You cannot question if this is for real. It is. In fact, the more your mind doubts, the more your soul already knows it's true. The enemy always fights the loudest when heaven is about to deliver the biggest, and that's what this is. Archangel Michael says your miracle was scheduled for this very window of time. That's why you felt anxious. That's why you felt something in the air. That's why you couldn't sleep properly. Your spirit already sensed that heaven was moving, now your mind is catching up. Let me ask you something personal. Do you ever feel like you were meant for something more, that your current life feels like only a tiny part of your true story? That's not imagination, that's prophecy trying to get your attention. You've been sensing the vibration of what's coming. You felt the invisible shift, even if you couldn't explain it, and now heaven is confirming it. The life you've been praying for is no longer a future hope, it's a present release. But you must meet it with courage. Archangel Michael says, tell them if they dare to believe this word for 24 hours, their entire reality will begin to bend in favor of it. Do you understand what that means? It means angels are on standby. It means manifestations will respond to your agreement, but you must stay connected to the energy of faith. Don't cancel this with doubt. Don't block it with logic. Let your soul speak louder than your mind. Your soul already knows what your destiny feels like. God is shifting someone's heart toward you right now. There is a person who couldn't stop thinking of you today. That's not random, that's not just memory, that's spiritual resonance. God is preparing hearts in secret places to align with your elevation. People who once ignored you are about to seek your presence. People who walked away will try to return. And someone who never valued you will now recognize your divine worth, not because you changed, but because heaven removed the veil from their eyes. Listen, your next season is not based on effort, it's based on surrender. This is not about striving harder, it's about receiving deeper. God is not asking you to work harder for the blessing, He's asking you to open the door wider because the blessing is already knocking. And if you don't answer now, it may pass to the next prepared soul. You are being invited, not pushed, not forced, invited into alignment, into inheritance, into a miracle you did not earn but were chosen to carry. I feel the presence of God very close right now. Something is happening in your room. Even as you read this, you may feel a heat, a wave, a chill. That's not emotion, it's confirmation. The spirit realm is touching you physically. And if your eyes are filling with tears, don't hold them back. Heaven speaks through tears. It's the language of your soul releasing what it no longer needs and receiving what it was always worthy of. Let those tears fall. Let your heart break open because what God is pouring in next will change your life. Yes, beloved, let us continue. There's more heaven wants you to hear right now. Please don't stop reading, not when you've come this far. Something sacred is unfolding with every line, and if you stay until the end, your soul will not leave the same. There are people who laughed at your struggle. They watched you fall and whispered that maybe you weren't as blessed as you said you were, but what they didn't know was this: God hid you, not because you were weak, but because He was protecting His masterpiece. He didn't want the enemy to see what was forming in secret. The rejection you felt, that was heaven's redirection. The silence, that was God's preparation. You were in a cocoon, not a cage, and now the shell is breaking. Your wings are unfolding. And soon the same people who counted you out will say, "How did it all change for them so suddenly?" And you'll smile because you'll know it wasn't sudden, it was spiritual. Archangel Michael is showing me a moment in your timeline, an unseen moment where you almost gave up. There was a night not long ago where you sat in silence wondering if anyone could feel your pain. You whispered a prayer, or maybe you just let the tears speak, and you didn't even know that all of heaven paused when you did that. That prayer reached farther than you thought. Angels were dispatched. A note was placed beside your name. A divine promise was written beside it. And this message you're reading now, it's the delivery. You are receiving the response to the tears no one else saw. God wants you to know you were never alone. Even in the moments where you felt like nobody understood you, even when you felt like giving up on people, love, life, you were being watched, not by judgmental eyes, but by divine eyes full of compassion. And now God is flipping the pages of your life and writing a new chapter. This one is not about pain, this one is about restoration, not just a little healing, not just survival, but supernatural recovery. You will not even look like what you've been through. The glow on your face in the next season will confuse the ones who thought you were finished. But here's what's important, my child, you must stop rehearsing the old story. Stop telling yourself the tale of betrayal, of abandonment, of heartbreak. That season is over. Stop bleeding on pages God has already turned. If you keep speaking of the wound, you'll delay the wonder. Let it go. Let it die because the resurrection is here. You are not in a grave, you are in a garden. And something is about to bloom that no man, no force, no witch, no word can stop.